Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I got this look right here. It's just a really nice smoky halo eye with a nude lip. I use all Inglot eyeshadows for this look, so if you are interested to see how I achieved it, then please just keep on watching. So to start off with, for primer I'm going to be using some Benefit Pore Professional Primer, and this is just going to minimise the appearance of my pores. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade 20 Sand. Now this shade is actually slightly too pale for me because I've got a little bit of a tan going on at the moment, but it is the only one I have, so I'm just going to use it anyway, and then we can just bronze up the skin. And to blend that in, I'm just going to be using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. Then for concealer, I'm just going to be using this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is in the shade number 20. And then to set down that foundation and concealer, I'm just going to be using my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I just like to apply that with my Beauty Blender. Then to bronze up the skin, I'm just going to be taking this Smashbox contour palette, which looks like this. So it has 3 different shades in it, and I'm just going to be using the middle one to bronze up my skin, and then this shade to contour. And to apply that, I'm just going to be using this fluffy Eco Tools brush. And then I'm just going to be taking this highlight shade in the palette just to clean up the contour. So for highlight, I'm going to be taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator, and to apply that I'm going to be using just this kind of like a big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M501 brush, and it looks like this. For blusher, I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. blush palette. I think this is the dark one, and the shades look like this. And I'm just going to be taking this shade at the top here, and to apply that I'm just going to be using just any big fluffy brush. Then just to set all that down, just because I feel a little bit powdery, I'm just going to go in with my MAC Fix Plus just to make everything feel a little bit less powdery and just to really soak it all into my skin. So now it's time for the eyes. I'm going to be using this Inglot custom made palette. So it looks like this. The packaging is really nice. This front lid here is magnetic, so you just pull it off like that and it's just literally a cover, but it's actually magnetic. So the packaging is really cool. I just basically custom made all these shadows. I can't really remember each individual number of the eyeshadows, but if I do find them out I will link them down below. So to start off with, for my transition colour, I'm just going to be taking this shade right here. It's just like this really nice, almost mauvey taupey colour, and I'm just going to be applying that just with a big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M504. I think I'm going to create a really nice halo eye today. I don't often do halo eyes, so just to make that shade just a tiny little bit more warmer, I'm just going to apply some of this shade right next to it, just the smallest amount. I'm not going to go overboard with the shade. I'm only going to take the tiniest amount of this just because they are insanely pigmented, so I don't want to go overboard. So the next shade I'm going to be using is this deep purple shade right at the end here, and to apply that shade I'm going to be using a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. So it's still basically a fluffy brush, but it's not as round as the other one. It has a slight more pinch to it, just because this is a very dark shade and I want to apply it in a specific area. And I'm just going to be applying this shade just on the outer corner and inner corner of my eyelid, bringing it slightly into the crease as well. It's always best to go in with only a little bit of product at first, just because They are very pigmented. So once you've applied it just on the inner corner and outer corner of your eye, I'm then going to be going in with a Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite crease brush, and I'm going to be picking up still some of that dark purple shade, and I'm just going to be applying this just specifically into my actual crease of the eye, just kind of connecting the outer portion and inner portion of that purple. And then I'm going to go back in with that 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush and pick up some of that transition colour that we first used, which was just this shade right here. And I'm going to try and blend out that harsh line where I've just applied the purple. So I want this purple to just merge into the other colours that we've applied. I'm then going to go back into that warm orange shade that we used, and just with a big fluffy brush I'm just going to run this over everything that I've done just to blend everything together. I'm then going to take some of this gold shimmery shade right here, and I'm going to apply that in the centre of my lid. I'm just going to be applying it in the centre of my eye. Well, centre of my eyelid where I didn't apply the purple shade. Just to blend out that harsh line, I'm just going to go back in with the 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush, and just without any product on the brush, just going to lightly blend out them harsh edges where I placed the gold. And then if you feel like you lost some of the gold by doing that, you can then just go back in with your finger and the gold again and just keep building up the colour and then blending out the harsh edges just to get it to how you like it. I'm then also just going to go back into the dark purple and just reapply it to the outer and inner corner. Then for my lower lash line, I'm just going to be repeating exactly the same steps as I have been doing, and just to apply these colours I'm just going to be using a small shader brush. So I'm keeping all the colours just on the outer section and the inner section of my lower lash line, because I am going to be applying some of that shimmery gold shade in the centre. Now just applying some of that purple, just keeping this really tight up against my lower lash line. I don't want to bring it down too low, otherwise it's going to make me look like I have a bit of a punched eye. And then just with my finger I'm going to be taking some of that gold shade and applying it just in the middle of my lower lash line, just exactly where I applied it on top. And then just to blend out them harsh lines, I'm just going to be going back in with that same shader brush I was just using, just to blend out them edges. I'm then just going to go and apply some mascara and lashes off camera, and I'll be right back. So for lips, I'm then going to be using the NYX Slide On Glide On lip pencil, and this is in the shade number 8 Sugar Glass. So I'm just going to be outlining my lips with this, and then to fill in my lips I'm just going to be using NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade number 6 Push Up. And this is the finished result. So I really hope you guys liked today's video. As always, if you did, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!